Hello guys, in today's video we're going to check out the best mechanical keyboards in 2020. I made this list based on my personal opinion and I tried to list them based on their price, quality, durability and more. If you want to see their price and find out more information about them, you can check out the links in the description below. Let's get started. Number 5. Razer Huntsman Mini, Best Compact Gaming Keyboard. The Razer Huntsman Mini carries the brand's standout optical mechanical switch into its first 60% keyboard. With each key's light feel accompanied by premium double-shot PBT keycaps, it can be great for both gaming and typing. The Huntsman Mini has no space for such showmanship in its 60% form factor. Beyond its optical switches, this is a much different keyboard than the Huntsman Elite and strips things down to the bare minimum. There are options for red or purple optical switches underneath the keys, though you'd be forgiven for not noticing the difference, as they're not visible during normal use. The Mini also has a removable USB-C to USB-A cord that's easy to store when not in use. Many of the Razer Huntsman Mini's keys have additional functions printed on their sides, which you can activate with the function key or by using Razer's software to map your own configuration. It's not really a Razer gaming peripheral without the colourful RGB lighting, and the Huntsman Mini comes with a number of delightful RGB presets. Gamers can actually switch among the 7 options without opening up the software, which is convenient when you want to switch up your colour scheme mid-game. The Mini does what it promises. It shrinks the standard keyboard down to 60% of its size, while maintaining its full functionality through secondary commands and configurable setups. Number 4. SteelSeries Apex Pro, Best Full-Size Gaming Keyboard. Moving on, we have the SteelSeries Apex Pro. This keyboard is extremely comfortable, has a very solid build quality that's one of the most attractive in the market. It's very quiet and has some details that are added to deliver a very immersive experience. Definitely worth the premium price tag. The SteelSeries Apex Pro is an amazing tool. Class work from the company who never ceases to amaze us with its revolutionary thinking and one-of-a-kind features. First off, despite having 104 keys, this keyboard feels pretty small thanks to its amazingly streamlined design, and it uses a low-profile appearance to enhance the refined look and feel. The keys look pretty good as they're floating about the keyboard's deck. The whole device measures just 17.2 by 5.3 inches in total, which means that it's one of the smallest gaming keyboards while still featuring a full array of keys. The biggest selling point of the SteelSeries Apex Pro is customizable actuation. It does this by using OmniPoint switches with analog Hall magnetic sensors, but the adjustability is not present in all of the keyboard. Taking everything into consideration, the SteelSeries Apex Pro is one of the best keyboards in the market, with its revolutionary thinking, amazing looks, a performance that's capable of doing everything perfectly, durability and versatility. Number 3. ANPRO 2, Best Wireless Keyboard. The ANPRO 2 stands out in the crowd that is 60% mechanical keyboards. With its fantastic software, quick tap arrow key function, fantastic build quality and rock-solid Bluetooth connection. ANPRO 2 can be confidently added to the list of best affordable keyboards with its premium build quality relative to other comparable keyboards in the market. The keyboard measures 97 by 284 by 40 mm. The overall weight for it is around 635 grams, which I find comparatively lightweight. The ANPRO 2 uses PBT keycaps. PBT is generally a longer wearing material and doesn't yellow as much as normal ABS keycaps used more commonly on keyboards. Opens has really improved the ANPRO with better Bluetooth connectivity which never missed or repeated a keystroke. The ANPRO is available with Gateron Blue, Clicky, Red, Linear and Brown tactile switches. If you're planning to get this keyboard for strictly programming, then definitely go with brown or blue switches. To conclude, the ANPRO 2 hits all the keyboard trends and buzzwords: PBT, double shot, RGB, wireless, 60% and programmable. Best value for the money in a compact mechanical keyboard with that many features, multiple switch choices and wireless connectivity. Number 2. Glorious G-MMK Modular, Best 60% Mechanical Keyboard. The Glorious Modular Mechanical Keyboard was the world's first modular RGB mechanical keyboard when it was introduced way back in 2016, and it's still one of the best. The G-MMK, as we'll call it from here on, otherwise that's a real mouthful, is modular in that you can hot swap any of the 104 RGB keyboard switches to create your own bespoke board. Minimal to the max means the quality is left to speak for itself. Thankfully, the GMMK makes up for the baseline software with a couple of redeeming functionality features. For example, the N-key rollover, NKRO, means it registers every keystroke no matter how many are pressed at once, and the variable polling rate, report rate, might excite some users who feel the need to tune up how often the board reports info to the CPU. The GMMK may be a little lacking when it comes to software, with pretty much the minimum passable profile slots nowadays and few lighting tweaks available. It also lacks either USB or audio pass-throughs and dedicated media controls, but it works for what it is, a simple, modern mechanical board for the everyman. We feel you cannot make a wrong choice opting to look to the GMMK as your next keyboard. Number 1. Ducky One 2, Best Overall. Ducky finally decided to keep the design standard, or at least with the same unified colour across its current product lineup. The Ducky One 2 RGB TKL comes in a pretty similar looking box as the previous generation Ducky One, but the differences in the Lego blocks are actually different for each different model. The Ducky One 2 RGB TKL comes with a set of reasonably thick PBT and POM double-shot keycaps with translucent legends for RGB lightings. The Ducky One 2 comes with a standard TKL ANSI layout for the Malaysian market, which makes it easier to find keycaps replacement as compared to the non-standard layout. It might not look like it, but the keyboard does come with quite a number of functions which can be triggered with the combination of the FN key. You'll have to refer to the user's guide for the full list of function keys combos. As the case comes with a rather unique clip-on locking mechanism, a proper plastic pry tool is required in order to take this keyboard apart without breaking any parts of the case. For its base, the Ducky One 2 shares many similarities with most of the existing Ducky keyboards. After being stuck with mechanical keyboards for the last decade, I've become really picky when it comes to choosing a mechanical keyboard as my daily driver. While it doesn't come with a wallet-friendly price tag, the Ducky One 2 has the quality that's enough to justify its price. Buying guide. Ergonomics. Comfort is the key to productive gaming. That's why even the most marketed model made of the high-grade materials will hardly bring you any great moments if it's not convenient. Gaming keyboards, just like other gaming hardware, have certain perks and features, such as wrist stands, which will save your wrist from freezing after several hours of intense gameplay. Smart key location is also typical of many products. By that, we mean rubberized WASD keys or the absence of a treacherous Win key next to control, which can be hit at the worst moment and which will minimize the active window. Choosing a switch. So you know what size board you want, but what do you want typing to feel like? Cherry's main mechanical switch patents expired a few years ago, so there are a ton of clone switches that are Cherry compatible. The vast majority of boards use Cherry and Cherry clone switches, so let's go over these. The first order of business should be to get a switch tester. You can get one for under $20 on Amazon that has all the major Cherry variants: blue, green, brown, clear, red and black. These switches come in 3 different varieties: clicky, blue and green, tactile, brown and clear, and linear, black and red. Each of those categories is split into a heavier and lighter version. Form factor. One of the first steps in choosing the right keyboard is deciding what layout you want. The traditional full-sized keyboard is still the most common, but you might want to use your mechanical transition to change it up. A full-sized board has all the keys you need to operate a computer without worrying about any function layers. There's a full number pad as well. The main drawback of this size is that it's rather large and inefficient.